is happening? It's the Nintendo Powercast, episode 347. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2! We'll go Johnny Bo. He's right next to me here.
What's up?
Player 3.
I'm distracted. I'm distracted
Crawler.
right now.
What's up, dude?
I'll look up at you. Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Hey.
Crawl coming at you.
And player 3. 4? Player 4.
Oh yeah, that's how numbers work. What's going on, Cheese Curds?
Cheesy. Yeah. What up? Okay, this is this can be exciting. I've been excited to talk with you guys all friggin' day.
Yeah.
Like, we got lots of Nintendo.
Could I brag for a second?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, please.
So we were doing the Halo Infinite podcast, which everybody should check that out as well. But we asked the community what their favorite joke was so far, because Josh always says a joke at the beginning of that podcast. And the person said, when I interjected my joke, it was one time, and I just wanted to brag. I'm just going to brag on every show that we're on.
It's a great segue.
That I'm funnier than Josh.
It's a great segue because here's the deal. I've started using iTunes reviews for TikTok content. So if you guys want to leave us, like if you like us and want to leave a review, but put a joke in there of some kind, that would be awesome. We would love some super funny reviews, right? And I know based on the comments that some of you have left because of the review that you've seen me post, that you guys you've got some jokes. So leave a review on iTunes with some good jokes, and I'll throw them up on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and all the places. So that would be fantastic. Come on out to the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. We got this. I've been meaning to set up this month's game club. I was going to try to do it Tuesday, and I just got too busy. So hopefully tomorrow,
just going to win. So don't bother.
Hopefully tomorrow. Well, I'm thinking about mixing it up. I'm actually thinking about seeing who can beat the first level of Super Mario Brothers the fastest.
Our own little Mario 35 challenge.
Our own little like NES remix challenge, right? Like. So I'm thinking we'll do something like that, and then I might do a time trial from Super Mario Kart just to kind of mix things up. So and that might get a little more people playing because they'll probably have access to both those games via Nintendo Switch Online. So so that's probably what we're gonna do there. So yeah, jump into the Discord. I want to shout these guys out on the show here. We got @JohnnyBo everywhere. Okay, so go follow him. He's been streaming a ton of Pokemon recently. @Cheesy with a Z and a 64, right?
And a C. You forgot the C.
Cheesy C. I was trying to read his name here that I see on the side. So get this. Tell them exactly where they can find you.
Yeah, CHEEZYC64, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much everywhere.
We'll have to start joining. We'll have to join Restream with our Twitter handles so you can just put them up.
Yeah, somebody actually recommended that on somewhere. Yeah. On Discord somewhere.
I think it was in Discord.
They're smart.
Yeah, so if you guys, I can actually set that. If you want to change your names even mid-show.
Can we change? How do we change it mid-show?
Just go click on your.
Wait, can people even see it though?
Yeah, Josh turns it on. Josh will turn it on.
Look.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
There's names.
Where do I click?
See? So I don't know where you click. I can change your name, but
this is going well. We got lots to talk about.
No one has time for this,
and we're getting distracted by changing.
There's a button down here for need help. We all need help. There's my name up here in the top corner. Here, hold on.
There you go.
Edit name. There it is.
You can fix it. So perfect. But yeah, coming out the Discord, we had a fantastic Smash Bros tournament this last weekend. 80 people signed up. It was so much fun. So much fun.
I decided not to sign up because I wanted to give everybody a shot. So
I got you. I understand. I understand. So the sign up for the next tournament will be going up very soon. I'm hoping tomorrow, depending on how my day goes. So I'm hoping tomorrow. That's n64josh.com/smash. And I think we were kind of jumping around trying to figure out names. Crawler, where can people find you?
Right over here.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. For everyone who's listening to the audio, they're like, "Where's right here?"
I know it's good audio content. You know that's what I'm here for. Nightcrawler 724, Nightcrawlers without the E.
There you go. There you go. So we are going to tease. We have some cool community stuff planned. We're learning how much people enjoy community nights and stuff. Like, especially, we just got done playing Halo with the Halo Infinite podcast community, and so we're working on a calendar, but I think we're leaning towards Monday nights. So not every Monday night necessarily, but we're leaning towards some Monday nights in the near future. So so stay tuned for that. We got Nintendo numbers. Crawler, could you pull up Retro Bowl real quick? I want to talk about this game. I think Cheesy, do you think you'll pick this one up?
I've not seen anything on it, so I'm excited to see what Crawler pulls up.
Okay, so this is kind of a throwback to like Tecmo Bowl, which NES. I think it was. There might have been.
There was one. There's NES. It was Tecmo Bowl on NES, and then Super Tecmo Bowl on Super NES.
Gotcha. So there you go. You guys can kind of see. Here's some screenshots. I mean, it very much looks like
looks like Tecmo Bowl.
And here's I've been talking with the PR team. You can use your NES and SNES controllers with this. That was
awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's pretty rad. So, what'd you say this was coming in at, like $3.99 or $2.99?
Yeah, no, I think it's $2.99. I think
on sale
right
now. It's normally $5. It's on sale right now.
It comes out on February 10th. Yeah, it comes out on February 10th. You can pre-order it now. $2.99. If you like Tecmo Bowl, Super Tecmo Bowl, like I love those games as a kid growing up. So I am picking this up. I'm probably gonna do it after the show. I'm probably gonna pre-order it.
That's one thing.
Oh, that's a bummer. There's no online. There's no versus.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So it's only one player. It looks like.
Here's from chat. Here's from chat. It says amazing game. I play on my phone every day. I'm on season 51. So
it's on phone. Oh, that's cool.
I guess it's on mobile as well. So anyway, $2.99 pre-order right now if you want to pick it up. I will put up a video tomorrow of my first look. They don't have any kind of embargo for this, so if you guys want to check it out, you can just head on over to my YouTube page and it'll be up there tomorrow. So, but yeah, Retro Bowl looking pretty cool.
Do they have I don't think they have the license for the NFL, right?
No, but they just have cities listed.
I think that's how it was in Tecmo Bowl. They did have actual NFL players in Tecmo Bowl.
You can't call them by their NFL name, but you can call them by. It's fair use on city names.
Yeah.
It
looks real good.
Someone just jumping in the chat said, "Is this like Tecmo Bowl?" It is, and the pre-order price right now is $2.99. So, jump on that. It comes out.
You can get that with points.
10th? So yeah, exactly. You probably pick it up with some points you have lying around. So, let's talk a little Arceus. Johnny's.
Do we want to do this or no?
Well, I guess you got it up right now. So yeah, let's do that. We'll go into the numbers. So,
do you want to do? Let's do this first.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy.
I saw this picture, right, and 100. It says it's 103 million Switches sold.
103.5 million.
103.5 Switches sold, and I saw like the Wii U, and it had 103 point almost
software.
Almost
yeah, there's more almost
total software sold. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, Switch has outsold Wii U software sales in hardware
with the
sales.
console sales. Yeah.
But 13 million for the Wii U, pretty good considering that most people didn't have one. So that's basically what there's like 6 million people or 6 billion people on the planet. So
I think we're up to like 7 at this point.
7.
One per every household, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here's what I think is pretty interesting. The Switch is a hybrid between the 3DS and the Wii U, right? Like it's kind of taken that, and it's already outsold units of both hardware and software, and that is saying something, right? I think I think one of Nintendo's best moves, as much as I love the 3DS and I will still go back and play. I mean, I'll play Game Boy, right? Like I love that classic, that era. I'm glad that we are in a time now where Nintendo is fully unified on one system. And they had to, right? Because they needed to be able to put out software thinking that the third parties may not show up. And they have to a certain extent. Indies have shown up. Like it's crazy. Carpet says because the Wii U sucked. I thought the Wii U was an incredible system.
Yeah,
but it didn't, because all the good games for Wii U came to Switch.
Well,
minus like 2 right now at this point.
I mean, I don't think the Wii U was necessarily a bad system. There was really bad marketing.
Yes.
And there was
bad education.
Very long droughts. So like everybody has rose colored glasses for the Wii U now because we know what the library is. But if you lived through it and had a Wii U the whole time, like I got mine at launch. I got New Super Mario Bros. U at launch, and then I had to wait like 9 months until the next game came out.
Yeah, but even and I'm glad New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is on Switch, because that feels like a true like sequel to Super Mario World to me. Like I feel like it's the best in the series. And yeah, but then I mean, as we're gonna get into the games in a little bit here, I mean, freaking Mario Kart, like 43 million, right? Like 43.
Last quarter, Animal Crossing and Mario Kart were within like 100,000 units of each other, right?
Yeah.
No,
and Mario Kart. It was close. I think last quarter. I don't know what.
I thought you meant like. So it must have been that close, because I think they showed the sales for this quarter, and Mario Kart sold 7 million and Animal Crossing sold 5 million. So it probably wasn't that close, but
okay. I thought it was closer, but yeah, Mario Kart just exploded this quarter.
I think what was closer was Smash and Animal Crossing. I feel like they were like neck and neck, and then it has.
Last quarter, Animal Crossing sold 5 million, so that's still selling.
Yeah.
Mario Kart sold 7 million last quarter.
What's crazy though,
Smash was like 2 million.
Yeah, Mario Kart is still selling, and they're not putting out anything. Animal Crossing is like, they just had their DLC, so that makes a little more sense as to why they might be still selling that game. It's Mario Kart just can't be stopped, and it's been what, 14 years or
no?
It's been since 2014.
Oh, okay.
7. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's the best-selling title that's not Wii Sports ever, right? I don't think anything has anything ever sold Nintendo that much for no period. Has
GTA?
What's GTA sales numbers?
I think it's like 100 million.
That's earned, isn't it? That's not units.
I think GTA sold 100 million.
I'm Googling it. We'll see. 155 million
units.
It just says 155 million copies. That's all it says. That's it.
155 million copies. I mean, wow. They released it how many times?
And it's been out for 10, 12 years.
They're going to release it again. Did it come
no, it hasn't come out on next gen yet, or the current gen. Yeah, it's releasing across it's releasing across 3 console generations.
Yeah. So I mean, you have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was on.
Is on the next
PC,
system.
Xbox, PlayStation. Like, yeah, I'm sure it would get to be that high.
And honestly, like I got to download it. Oh no, that was San Andreas. Okay, no, but like there were upgrade paths and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they get to count as soon as they move a unit based on. Or I think I got to download that for free as one of like the Epic games or something like that. So they probably get to count that as installs as well, like installs as units sold. So I mean, giving away the game for free on Epic or whatever it was, definitely helps with that too. Not to diminish it, because it's like Mario Kart always just sitting in the MPD. I think for the first time in the end of the year last year is finally when GTA 5 stopped being in NPD numbers.
And I mean, Mario Kart was a pack-in this holiday. It's been a pack-in for the last 3.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, Nintendo did some big update, right, to the game.
Allegedly.
There's
Allegedly.
no way they look at 43 million copies sold and they're like, yeah, we're done. We're not
Let's do
gonna.
the next one.
I will say
not
that
gonna-
Mario Kart really is a great Switch game. I mean, it sells itself. It is like Wii Sports in a way where you put on Wii Sports and you have an extra controller. You know exactly how the game works. It's accessible to everybody. And with Mario Kart 8, I mean, the Switch already comes with 2 controllers, so you just pass that controller on to somebody else, and there you go. You're already playing a 2-player game, and it's just easy to bring everywhere. It makes a lot of sense as to why it's there.
Yeah, to all those rooftop parties we go to.
Exactly.
Yeah, what was her name? Was her name Karen?
I think so, yeah. But no, I mean, within my family, I talked about it before my son and his girlfriend left like a week ago. It was Mario Kart every night. My son has not played anything but Fortnite and Call of Duty for like the last probably 5 years. And he was hooked. He was absolutely hooked, right? Like I used to play Madden every holiday with my brother-in-law and stuff. Now it's Mario Kart. It's just, and it's the great thing is whether you have somebody that's very young and can't figure out how to drive, or even if they're older, like my son's girlfriend's mother was like, oh, that's going to be too hard. We turned the assists on for her. She had a blast. She had a great time just because she didn't have to think about it too much. Right. Like they made
my 5-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
I turned on the assist for him. The don't.
You got to try
off
real
and
hard to
auto
let
control.
him win.
Yeah,
But-
you gotta. Yeah, you still gotta give him that little extra, and then he gets real cocky, and he's like this little 5-year-old saying you suck. I'll put him in his place one day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my 5-year-old nephew wanted to play me 1v1 in Halo, and I gave him no I showed him
No mercy.
No mercy. He was like
my 12-year-old nephew called me out in Mario Kart, and I'm like, "You sure you want to do this?" And I put him in his place.
Yeah, but I mean, I was streaming Mario Kart on TikTok yesterday, like 400 people in the live stream, and I put up my tournament code. We filled up the lobby in like no time. It was like, it's such a great, it's a great streaming game, and so many people are still buying it. So it's like, I only need like 1 or 2% of those people to come race with us, and we'll be golden. I actually want to see, you can track how many people are in a tournament. One of the things I'm working on, and I'm letting the podcast know as well, is I'm gonna set a date, and we're gonna have everybody join the tournament on this date. I want to see how big of a number we can get in.
Doesn't it max at 100? Does it max at 100 or?
I
think it's unlimited.
I don't think it does.
I guess Nintendo does the opens on that kind of stuff. So
yeah. So I'm just curious
It
how
gets
big.
like 20 people to do it. Right? No.
So Pokemon is kind of dominating this list. And what is Super Mario Party doing up there? What?
Well, that'll swap out here in a little bit, I would think.
I don't think so. What's gonna get above?
Well, no, I
don't think so.
So this will jump. I think this will jump. Let's Go. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, because that was only in 2 months, and
yeah. So that'll jump. I think
we're talking about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm circling it with my mouse.
Yeah, we're not mentioning it.
So I think the latest 2-pack of Pokemon will jump. I think Arceus will end up on this list eventually.
Oh, it's at 6 million already. They tweeted that today.
Yeah,
it's at 6.5 million.
Well, I know in Japan it sold like 1.4 million in the first week, which was the second largest launch for the Switch, only second to Animal Crossing. So
Yeah, Ring Fit is sold as well as the Wii U. So I mean,
take that as you will. I mean, that benefited from the pandemic, but still, for a new IP,
yeah, and
that's huge.
and potentially, if I don't know if the course of action for that is to like issue a $20 or $30 DLC pack for Ring Fit 2, because that way people already have it. If that's the case, then that would bolster sales.
I can see them doing a Ring Fit 2, and then they don't sell. They have a version like an online
they don't have a
only
pack
version where they don't have the pack in.
Well,
Ring,
remember,
you know?
you can use the ring con to move around your island on Animal Crossing, right? So that
Can't you?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
My ring con is upstairs. I don't ever bring it down here, but
You can also use Labo in Mario Kart. So
That's right.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
but I see Breath of the Wild 2 ending up on this list. Like it's eventually going to get pushed off. And
I don't know.
and
17 million?
Do we know
Well,
how many of
Breath
the
of
new
Wild 2
versions
maybe?
sold of Mario Party?
It might be in the
Yeah,
next. Like, there should be some pages that show.
Well, they had the
Mario
quarterly.
Golf
They had
stuff.
the quarterly thing.
Is that in the financial highlights here?
I don't know, but I don't remember seeing it. Like I don't remember seeing.
Didn't you see Mario Golf somewhere, Johnny?
Yeah, Mario Golf was in that too. Let me see if I can find it. I forget where it was, but yeah, Mario Golf sold 2 million.
Which, I mean, that's that's fantastic. Are we seeing? We're just seeing some graphs and stuff right now. So, and that's back to the
Oh, I didn't share. I didn't share it in my.
Oh, I can
I
put
thought
it
I
in chat.
shared
I was
it
like,
in
what?
the DM.
Yeah. So
Another one that's not on here. Well, Cheesy said that Splatoon's gone, but
Yeah, man, don't remind me.
Splatoon
It
3
hurts.
Yeah,
Splatoon
there.
3 will come back.
Luigi's Mansion 3 sold 11 million copies.
Sold how many?
11 million
11 million.
for
It's a great game.
Luigi's Mansion.
It's so good.
No, I agree. It's just I was surprised when I saw that number. I thought that was like a more niche game.
Yeah, I don't really know what
curious about
happened
Fire
there.
Emblem. I'm gonna look at Fire Emblem real quick.
I'm not sure
think
what
that was
happened
three-
with Luigi. Oh, go ahead.
I think Fire Emblem's like 3 million, around 3 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Metroid is around 3 million.
2.5, I think, for Metroid is a tweet I saw earlier.
Who's tweeting about this?
Wario 64 probably tweets about it.
Metroid was trending today, so it quite a few people were tweeting about it. But yeah, Three Houses is at 2.29. So yeah, it's just, I mean, they've really struck gold with this console. And
I mean, do we get an
with
Odyssey
games.
sequel? Do we get, or like, what's the next 3D Mario look like?
If this year truly marks the halfway point, then absolutely. I don't know why, like, what,
And they reiterated that fact that it is halfway through the life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm seeing reports too, like that the PS5 is going to be even harder to find this year than it was last year.
Well, now they're making PS4s because they can't get PS5s out.
Which seems counterintuitive. Like, why waste the silicone and I don't know.
So people could play Horizon Forbidden West. Like they have some games that are cross generational that
which they're going to expand. They're going to extend that out too.
Yeah. Now they kind of have to. So you have Horizon Forbidden West, you have God of War. So it's they need to sell those games, and people can't get PS5. So
yeah. I mean, PlayStation got their $10 from me this weekend for.
No, I didn't do that yet. I got to do that.
What was it? Uncharted.
But yeah, I mean, Odyssey's a great question. That was year one, right? Like, but again, with 23 million DLC that goes on the expansion pack,
mm-hmm.
right? I see a lot of the games on this list that could benefit. We've already see Animal Crossing at the top. I don't think they could do Smash at this point. Breath of the Wild, of course, but I mean, it seems strange that all these Pokemon games are one and dones, right? Although we did have DLC
Well,
for
that,
Sword
no,
and
we had
Shield.
DLC,
Yeah.
and
I feel like
there-
I feel like that DLC was executed poorly, and that's why I didn't buy it. Like, I didn't like the fact that if I have both copies of the game. I didn't play both copies of the game, but I don't want to be locked into only having DLC for one copy.
Yeah, that was
the fact
that
that
was
I
kinda
couldn't
rough.
just buy the DLC and have it work for both copy. Like, they didn't get my money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Pokemon Company definitely cuts corners at some stuff. Like, it's not always a very polished product from Pokemon Company, and they get away with it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But
Crawler's not super in love with Arceus.
Yeah, that was a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, little salt, little salt.
Little
I'm still
salt
trying to
there,
find
so.
this, but I mean, I wanted. Now that you think it, like Mario Party Superstars should have been on that report.
Because it came out in
October, so
Mario Party Superstars, though, it's an upset, but you can kind of understand why maybe Super Mario Party is there and probably will stay there because it was the first.
It was the first.
Yeah, it was the first Mario Party Switch game, and Super Mario Party or Mario Party Superstars is more of like, if you're familiar with the older Mario Party games, if you're more of a hardcore fan for the Mario Party series, you're going to pick that one up. Otherwise, maybe people were just confused as like, well, we have Mario Party already. Why would we get this one that also sounds very similar?
And honestly, Super Mario Party hasn't moved units since that initial first year. It sold a ton because of the pedigree of the franchise. And then people found out how bad it was. And I mean, it did get an update, so you can at least, it's playable now to save your game and play through, but it didn't live up to the name that it has. And then Superstars came out and half of us scoffed at it. Like, I'm not going to buy a game again. They're making it. Why didn't they just update it? But then it ended up being a superior version. So it that would be the version to have. So I don't know if it's just lack of education or
So I was at Target like before Christmas, right? And somebody was buying Mario Party for somebody else.
Which one?
See, here, that's the thing. They said, I want Super Mario Party.
Did you interject? I hope you did.
They said, I want the new one, Super Mario Party. And I said, well, that's not that. You want Mario Party Superstars. Like, these namings are terrible.
A little rough, yeah.
It's like Wii U namings.
They need to bring the numbers back since they're releasing so many of them. But this list might have a little more. But like Mario Party Superstars is at 5.54 million.
Wow.
Okay, so that's probably the list that I was seeing.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion is 11 million. 3D All Stars is at 9 million. Bowser's Fury is at 8.85 million. Monster Hunter Rise almost 8 million. Super Mario Maker 2 almost 8 million. Arceus 6.5. Link's Awakening 5.5 almost.
I don't know if that's moving. I don't know if that's moving many more units.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity 4 million. Skyward Sword 3.85. Among Us 3.20 million units.
Well, I think a lot of people just bought that because it was $5, and you're like, oh, might as well get it.
Say I have it on Game Pass. I have it on Steam that I already had purchased. I have it on Switch. The only place I haven't bought it is PlayStation because that version doesn't play nice with the other ones.
Out of curiosity, do you have new Pokemon Snap? The numbers on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2.66 million.
Wow.
Metroid Dread 2.74. Minecraft 2.81. Kirby Star Allies 2.93. Pikmin 2 million. Mario plus Rabbids, 2 million. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, 1.92. Yoshi's Crafted World, 1.84. Miitopia, 1.63. I mean, the list.
Miitopia sold 1.63 million copies.
Yeah. I don't even know what this game is. Thief Simulator, 1 million copies.
Never heard of that.
Did any of the four of us buy Miitopia?
I didn't. Oh, I think Cheesy, you did. Right?
No, I played the demo.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
You didn't
Yeah,
buy
we
it,
talked
did
about
you,
this.
Josh?
Not yet. I have it's on my list for this year, just because I want to make sure I have all the mainline games.
I honestly can't wait until this whole list is just Pokemon.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, WarioWare did 1.24. Pokemon Dungeon Rescue Team did 1.26. Mario Kart Live home circuit did 1.27. Brain Age did Big Brain Academy did 1.28.
What?
I'm surprised.
That was
by
in a month.
Yeah.
Is Game Builder Garage on there?
Yep, 1.01 million. Enter the Gungeon.
This is what we talked
1
about
million.
the new introducing a new IP. Like they should just do it. All of their games sell.
Yep.
Yeah, and just looking at this number, like where is the next Let's Go, or how many teams does Pokemon Company have working on stuff?
They have one guy in a basement.
Because I mean, what's the next? Because this is what Gen 1 was Let's Go, and Diamond and Pearl are what, Gen 4?
Yeah.
So what's the next beloved generation?
Do you
Golden,
guys?
is it Gold and Silver?
It
Well,
will.
I mean, if you were to do
people are thinking if they do another Let's Go, it would be Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
Or Johto.
And where's the third version? Because don't all those older games have a third definitive version?
They stopped doing that. Well, for Sun and Moon they had Ultra Sun and Moon, so they had two versions, but they didn't do it for X and Y.
And
but are you talking about
Diamond and Pearl should have had Platinum, right? Isn't that what people wanted?
Yeah, they wanted Platinum content. Diamond and Pearl remakes don't have Platinum content.
I see. Similar to
clearly
Red
it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It sold
No.
14 million units in 2 months.
So what do you guys think is happening this year for Pokemon? Do you think
Arceus
Gen 9 potentially
Gen
at
9.
the end of the year?
So you think I'm assuming E3 we're going to find out what Pokemon's coming out this November. We think it's going to be back to mainline game.
Yep. Well, I don't know if it'll come out this year. I think it'll come out this year or next year.
Okay, you guys were just talking about Platinum content. Do you think there's any possibility that DLC of Platinum DLC comes out for Diamond and Pearl?
No.
I think there's more likely to get DLC for Arceus than we are to get DLC for the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
And part of my question is how much content is there? Could they justify DLC saying this is Platinum? Do you guys
Are you talking
know?
about how much Platinum content is there?
Yeah, beyond what is in Diamond
I think
Pearl.
it's enough for a DLC pack.
I see. Okay.
$10 or how much?
$10. Yeah, $10.
10. Okay. Well, then they won't do
$10,
it.
$15.
That's potentially what, 140 million?
Yeah, but
that's a Pokemon Unite. That's a Pokemon Unite skin. All right. It's a Pokemon Unite skin. So Pokemon's clearly a huge seller, right? Clearly on the Switch and just in general.
I mean, it's because they mesh the handheld with the home console.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
because that's always sold well handheld.
I think they're gonna bring everything Pokemon. I think we're gonna see the TCG on there.
Arceus will be interesting because there's only one copy of that game, so it's not going to sell as well as the others, or maybe it will, and it will just surprise us how well that game is actually doing with just one copy. But that's new for Pokemon.
True, because there's not 14 million people that bought Diamond and Pearl. Because
I bought the 2-pack.
I am one person,
I bought
and
both.
I bought 2.
Yep.
But I mean, how many?
Enough.
That's like diehard fans, like or
I'm
like,
not a Josh and I aren't diehard fans, and
not
we
not
still
die.
bought
Like, I
it.
just mean like
But I mean, yeah.
people
But
that buy
still.
everything Nintendo.
Well,
still,
sometimes
that-
there's a steelbook involved, and then I have to buy it.
Mhm.
I mean, I would assume that that would account for maybe 1 million copies. Like I don't think it's an astronomically high amount.
True.
Like I don't think there's 7 million people buying 2 copies.
No,
that makes sense.
I don't think so either.
And
there's probably plenty of households though that have it for multiple people that bought 2 copies at least.
So here's I mean, I know this is a free game, and but Pokemon Unite was downloaded 10 million times.
Do they have any sales numbers for skins and money spent in microtransactions?
No, I don't know. They'll probably. I think Pokemon Company has their own
yeah.
separate thing. I think
Yeah.
Nintendo lists like how much their cut is on.
Because Nintendo's only making
the
money
yearlies.
off the microtransaction that you purchase.
Well, they also own part of Pokemon Company,
Yeah.
so they're making money off of that. But I mean, Pokemon Unite was downloaded over 10 million times on the Switch alone, so you would think. We're already at 6.5 million of Arceus. And that game is getting a lot of praise and a lot of attention right now. I could see it selling 15 million copies.
That was in 2 weeks. That was in 2 weeks,
in 2
right?
weeks. Yeah.
And when do we think these numbers actually, like, I wonder if that number is accurate as of today, or if
it's December 31st.
No,
Well,
he means the Arceus numbers.
Arceus was tweeted
true.
tweeted today, but that's 6 million copies in 2 weeks in January, which is typically a slow month across the board, like for almost everything, because a lot of people are recouping from December and not really spending as much. So,
and that might not be sale through numbers. That might be just digital and shipped, because I don't know if they necessarily have sale through numbers.
For sure. Yeah. Going back a little bit though, because I remember Johnny was saying something about, new, I think it was Johnny or Crawler saying something about new IP. ARMS is at 2.38 million. So as far as like,
what about 1-2 Switch? What about 1-2 Switch?
1-2 Switch, surprisingly, is, I don't even want to tell you, it's right below Among Us. It's 24th on the Switch at 3.18 million. It's above Clubhouse Games at 3.14.
They're still selling that game for $50, right?
60, yeah, and maybe 50. I don't know, but I'm so glad it wasn't a packing game. That would then.
But
that
even if they, all right, so those IPs
that would screw up the numbers quite a bit if they included that as a packing game.
Like those IPs would be considered successful on like any other platform, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like selling 2 or 3 million copies like that. That doesn't happen all.
Well, yeah, because like Last of Us is only like 5 million.
It's 7 million, I think, for Last of Us 2. I think it's actually 10, but the way the numbers show, because it's multiples, they keep re-releasing it, right? So it.
But I know, like, we joke about sequels for 1-2 Switch, but like they've had 5 years to think about what they could improve on for a game like that. And same with ARMS. Like they could make a decent sequel based on the feedback they got from ARMS 1. And I would love to see it.
The real question that I was thinking about as I'm looking at all these numbers is, what is the magic number? What is and obviously the dev cycle is going to be different for everything, but like what, we know, like with PlayStation, like they were not happy with Days Gone numbers, right? And then they had other games come out with similar numbers and they were praising them. So it's like
Days Gone, I think, sold better than Ghost of Tsushima, I think.
Ghost,
and Ghost is viewed as a big success for Sony and Sucker Punch, but Days Gone is not.
Is a flop.
And they put a stop.
Well, I think
on the sequel.
I think there's multiple factors that go into it. There's sales numbers, there's review scores, there's just public perception. Like I don't think that, like, I know people enjoyed Days Gone, but I believe more people enjoyed Ghost over
for
Days
sure.
Gone.
And critical response dictates a lot of that. I canceled my Days Gone pre-order due to how bad across the board it got reviews, and then ended up picking it up. Was that a PS Plus title? I don't even remember, but I have it now. I don't remember if I bought it on super discount Black Friday or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
I think it's in the collection.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, it was critical reception. I think definitely changed the perception of that, and Ghost was hyped up and widely praised by the critics.
The question I have is, I mean, and if we think about Mario Golf, it sold 500,000 copies on 3DS. They released another one. It's now sold 2 point. It's right in front of me here. 2.26. Yeah, 2.26. So, what did it cost to get that game made? Versus like these are. I would love to know, what is dictated as a success after it hits what number. And I know it would be game to game, right? Based on, Xenoblade is probably a much, there's going to be much more to that as far as like, your localization and all that kind of stuff that takes a lot of time and a lot of money versus
paying voice actors versus they don't actually do that in a lot of Nintendo games.
Yeah, I mean, there's localization in every game, right? But I mean, there's not nearly the text, it's like, so I don't know. It's just, I'm very, very curious on, and we're going to know in the next 5 years, like, oh, this was considered a success. Cause we can't even really look back, like on the Wii U, because it was like, everything was so skewed. They were just like, they were constantly just fighting for every possible sale. So other than we know Mario Kart dominated even on that system. So, but yeah, it's still super close to a half, a 50% install base, which is just, that's so crazy. That is so crazy.
Yeah, 50%, 43% attach rate.
Yeah. It's unreal. So
I mean, going back and looking at the Wii though, you can just tell how casual of a console it was, because there's only it is. It's a very casual console.
I'm trying to save us those 1-star reviews, man.
No, that's just content for Josh to read on TikTok. But like Galaxy Brawl, a new Super Mario Bros. U, and
We saw Brawl casual. Oh my god!
I'm saying there's 5 titles in the top 10 that are not Wii Sports Resort, Wii Play, Wii Fit, Wii Fit Plus.
You know what?
Wii Party.
You know what would be awesome? Bring Wii Sports, or you could call it Switch Sports. Like,
yeah, it would work. We haven't seen.
It'd work better than it did because the tech is better inside the Joy-Con.
But yet, when we have tennis and golf, neither of them play as smooth as the Wii games did.
Correct, because we could swing those Wiimotes as hard as we want, and now they yell at you because they have accelerometers in them, a lot more sensitive, and they're like, "Don't swing your thing so hard."
Right.
I loved 3-point shootout, like in Wii Sports Resort. Like they were just fun, stupid little games. Like.
Yeah, bowling.
Add online to them, and
I was trying to.
Well, they already did. I
was trying to bowl in clubhouse games like I do on Wii Sports, and it was crap. It wasn't good.
It's not as good. You can play with it. You can spend some time playing with it and get it close, but we're already at 44 minutes. We still have Pokemon to talk about, and we haven't even mentioned MLB The Show coming to the Switch. Which,
oh my god, I forgot about
what is that even going to look like? What is that going to look like? Johnny's buying it, so we'll know.
I'm so pumped. I will.
Yeah,
I will have impressions. All right.
And crossplay is a thing. We're going to be able to play
30 FPS. It's going to look like Vaseline smeared on it, but it's handheld baseball. And it's official handheld baseball. It's not that RBI baseball crap.
True.
That is not like it's an arcade. It's arcade baseball. But MLB The Show, I've always wanted Madden on the Switch,
Same. Yep.
and
EA doesn't care. EA doesn't care about
it's
your
stupid.
feelings.
EA's stupid. All right,
EA
EA's dumb. That would sell really well. And this isn't a cloud version of the show. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Jeez, do you like baseball? I don't. Do you like baseball?
You know, I played it when I was younger. I was really good at drawing in the dirt, and then I realized that's not how you play baseball. So
It could be. It could be. You can play however you want.
yeah, that's true.
Up to 8 players. It doesn't. MLB The Show requires a download of at least 17 gigs.
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as some games.
Not as bad as wrestling.
But I don't know
like
if
Smash is 17 gigs. So
yeah. Is it really?
yeah, Smash is with all the DLC and stuff. It's 17 gigs.
Probably not for. That's for you with the digital. I don't know if it's that big for people with the cart.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. If you have digital game plus all the DLC, it's 17 gigs.
So I'm wondering if the 17 gigs is in addition to
Get your SD cards now.
Yep.
What was it? LA Noir you had to have a micro SD card because the download was larger than internal storage could allow.
Yeah,
for
the ugly
LA
strip
Noir.
across the top that was like,
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put it on a 32 gig cart and you won't have to
don't hold your
download
breath.
anything. Wait, so that's a download with
So it's not
physical?
clear. It's not clear if that is. It says at least. So that tells me it's
That
probably
sounds like
in
that
addition to what's on the cart. What do they sell carts? Are they 8? Are they 8
it's like
gig
8
carts?
gigs. 8 gigs, yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be
after
beefy as a digital download.
Playing the show last year on Xbox, it doesn't seem like it's a major, like, graphically intense game, right? Like, there's a lot of locations and, you know, the players look pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, for the most part, there's very few animations when you're playing the game. You have a pitcher and your batter, and it's like,
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a little hard seeing the ball come in
handheld
when you're batting.
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and also I wonder if this is going to be fully featured. Like there is a field builder in that game.
Well, that's true.
So I wonder if they're going to have that for the Switch, or if they'll cut it.
It'll be
Mike Trout is the cover art or the
no,
cover.
that is
athlete.
not Mike Trout.
That's not Mike Trout. Oh my God. I saw the Angels. I saw the Angels thing. That was my bad.
Did you even watch the trailer? Like,
no, I didn't watch the trailer. I was too hyped. I was watching it through my tears of joy.
You like saw no gameplay in the trailer. It was all just like it was motion capture content. It was going.
Can somebody tell me to stop? I don't want. All right, so here's my experience with baseball every year. All right, I watch the first 2 weeks, then I forget about it for like 8 months, and then I watch it in September, and then the Phillies are usually eliminated by then, so I stop watching for the playoffs.
I'm trying to figure out. They have asterisks here on crossplay, and I don't see anything. Oh, here it is. Requires other console versions sold separately. Requires online mode, internet. Okay. So you need online play to play online, obviously, and then you can progress with cross progression. Oh, cross-platform play and cross progression. So you can continue your progress and earn and use content on other console platforms. So with Game Pass, we already have it.
Yeah,
we'll have it on Xbox. Well, I'll have it on Xbox.
So Diamond Dynasty is back. That's the biggest thing. I don't realize why EA doesn't bring their full feature FIFA and Madden to all consoles, because that's just more places for people to spend absurd amount of money on their pack openings for those fantasy teams that they.
I think it's because of mobile. Madden mobile, Call of Duty mobile, they are such powerhouses that I don't even know if they really care. They're just like, what's 100 million units when you have people with phones?
I just want to play Madden
So do I.
on my Switch.
I have Madden on 3DS. I have Madden on DS, Game Boy. Like I always wanted to play handheld Madden. Like always wanted to play it. So, but yeah, crazy.
See, it looked weird when they showed the PlayStation Studios.
Yep. I mean, last year when we were
logo.
seeing it on Xbox, it was
Mhm.
weird.
But it's also coming on release day and date to Game Pass again. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't want to pay $60 for who knows what we're gonna
the
see.
better version. So can't wait to make a TikTok about that.
I mean, this is the MLB flexing their muscle against PlayStation. Because it was if you want the license, it needs to be public because it's made by San Diego Studios, but it's published by the MLB, and so they're choosing what platforms they put it on.
It's just a huge win, honestly. This is the year I'm planning on getting my parents a Switch, and my dad loves baseball. So the fact that I don't have to get him RBI or anything like that I can.
I played the RBI games. They're not. I did not have fun.
You can kill your pitcher with a fastball, right?
Hey, you guys, we got 9 minutes to talk about Arceus.
Oh, this is gonna be a long. Buckle up. It's gonna be a long show.
Why? The game's perfect. That's all we got to say.
Crawler.
Crawler. It sounded like you had some words that you wanted to say about Arceus.
Yeah,
Are you a fan of it?
There's good elements that I hope they put into Gen 9. I think it's a little lackluster. I did my first the bigger boss fights or whatever, the noble Pokemon.
The nobles, yeah.
And I think it was a bad tutorial going into it. I understood that I had to throw stuff at it or whatever, but it was the whole thing was like, oh, we're gonna throw food at it, but then it's the Pearl Clan people are throwing the food. You're just throwing the don't be crazy medicine at it, and there's a big tree in the middle of the arena. I made it just run into the tree the whole time, and I didn't I sent some Pokemon out to fight it.
That felt a lot like Monster Hunter to me. Like that part felt like Monster Hunter to me. So I'm surprised.
I mean, a little bit, but they're like, oh, you can send out Pokemon now to fight it, and I had done that too early, I think, and it just destroyed 2 of them. So I just ran away from the fight and continued just to throw I just threw the powder at it all the way through the fight.
So all I'm hearing is you need to get good.
No, I mean,
no, Crawler, I get it because at least the first hour of it, I was not a fan of this game, and my fears were coming true because I wasn't a fan of Sword and Shield, and we were getting those dialogue cutscenes where the characters are using their mouth but they're not talking, and then it's really quiet background music.
Yeah, what's with boring. That? Some of those audio or the conversations, the background music just cuts out completely.
Right.
It's weird and awkward.
The A button over
I did not
and over.
notice that at all.
But
you got Pokemon blinders on there, Johnny.
It's fun.
The further you get into the game, the better it gets, and I am so happy with how this game has turned out. It's a good game with an asterisk, right? Because there's definitely things that they can still improve, but when you think about how Pokemon Company, this is their second or I guess third Switch game, console game, because all the others have been handheld. And I agree that maybe they should know how to make a better console game, but for this being their third, it's pretty good, and it shows that there is a lot of promise, I think, for the series and the direction that they can go with it.
Yeah,
Carpet says it's a masterpiece. So
that's Johnny's opinion.
So here's my thing, because you guys are like, oh, you haven't even done that first. I burned through Pearl, right? We've talked about it at length. That's the most I've ever no-lifed a Pokemon game ever. The reason I'm not at that boss yet, it's not from like complete lack of playing. I've literally been doing all my side quests. I think I have almost all of my side quests completed up to this point. And honestly, the last thing I did, I was like, okay, I need to figure out why I have 3, like, what are they called? Boodoofs or Badoofs or whatever they are, right? Like,
You're gonna need a whole lot more of those, though.
I had like 3 of them in my party, and I'm like, I want to switch things up a little bit, you know? So, but I had a really cool, one of my highlights in this game is I came across one of those, I think it was an evolved, what do they look? They look like a beaver or something. I don't even know.
Barrel. It's barrel.
Was it the evolved version, right? Or was it the
It had
alpha?
red eyes. It had red eyes. So, and I caught it. I was able to catch it with it. It killed every one of my team members except for the last one. And I threw the heavy ball and caught it. And I was like, yo, this is sick. And I think we are getting rated by the Nintendo Dads podcast right now. So, huge shout out to them. Make sure to go and check out their podcast, and welcome on in, everybody. Glad you're here. So I don't know. I'm taking this one a little bit slower. Yeah, the beginning I was like, okay, I was just hungry to get out into the field and start catching stuff and and playing the game. Now, I talked a little bit about it with Crawler ahead of time, and he looked at some of the stuff as a little bit tedious. I was concerned. I'm like, if I only have to catch one of each Pokemon, this game's going to be like an hour long, right? Like, this is not going to take, and I'm exaggerating, but like in some aspects, I like that it's like, oh, I got to catch 25 of them. But then in other aspects, it's like,
you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Tell me.
All right. So that is like the best part of the Pokedex. You don't have to catch all of them. You can knock them out. There's moves that you can see them use. And what I learned from Valdo is there's a little red arrow on the Pokedex entry. And each time like you complete one of the Pokedex quests, I guess, you get a point. If there's a red arrow, you get 2 points. And once you get to 10 points, you completed that Pokedex entry. And I really like.
They don't explain that very well in this game then. Like they
have tutorial. They do
and the completionist in me doesn't see that as done. I see.
But you don't have to. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
That's gonna take forever if you're doing every.
That's why I said it seems. So Valdo's with it. He said they don't explain it at all.
They tell you how to get to
Johnny.
10 points.
You thought they were playing music in the background? Come on.
I mean, I think the story is really. I enjoyed this story more than all the other Pokemon games where you go to 8 gyms, get your 8 badges, take on the Elite Four, and then
for sure.
I thought this was really interesting. The opening sequence, I was not expecting. I didn't know about the opening sequence, and then later in the game, there's plot points that come up that are. I really liked how this game ended.
Okay, because the opening of this and how you start is the dumbest thing in the world.
And I liked the noble fights. It made me
for
feel
kids,
like
Crawler.
So you're a random kid from the future that had a god Pokemon suck you into a vacuum and spit you out somewhere, and you're just the kid that fell from the sky. You're a 15-year-old that just fell from the sky. You're like a kid in King Arthur's Court. That movie was made how many years ago?
I don't know what kind of story are you expecting? It's a Pokemon game. But
and then you get a phone to call God with. I mean, it's like.
Man, this is interesting because I feel like Johnny and I really like the game, and then we got
this game is like
we got
this is my favorite Pokemon experience since Gen 2.
I like it. Why am I a grump? How did I grump? I just said I didn't like the beginning.
Okay, well,
This is
maybe you
such a-
like it, but you haven't gotten too far into it. I
You
think
don't like the
to-
beginning. You're only in the beginning.
No. I mean, I don't know. I can check my time, but like I'm at that part where I now have to, like, I had the conversation with the kid outside the large tree, right?
Mhm.
Like, but I was like, no, I want to just do the side quests for a while. Like, I want to play this like I would play Xenoblade or something, where like
Mhm.
I can just take my time and get and I love just running and chucking Pokeballs as fast as I can, trying to catch as many of them. And I'm like, oh, did I get that one? Oh, that one got away. Oh, did I get that one? And then I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
And then your satchel fills up and you're upset.
yeah, the
the
satchel,
satchel
is
is a the satchel is a
let's
little
talk
rough,
about it.
and it gets really expensive to upgrade.
I've paid a lot of money and I still don't have enough
Yeah,
space.
Yeah.
apparently it gets up to 1 million. Like for
What?
one slot, it gets up to 1 million. Yeah, it gets like I'm at like 25,000 right now. The satchel is bad. I agree. The satchel is bad. The prairies, if you could organize them a little bit better, that would be nice.
Nate says Tiny
But like
Satchel,
other
bad
than
game.
that, like this game, it's so different than any other Pokemon game. I feel like Gen 2 changed so much of the Pokemon world, and I feel like this is another, like we're gonna see these type of catching mechanics going
Yeah.
forward.
So
We're
this
gonna
this is, I think it's something that they had in Let's Go and in the wild area, and they've iterated on it, and it's everywhere, which is awesome. And I hope that mechanic of it goes forward, that you get to choose if you want to just try to catch them outright or lure them, because it's got elements of Snap and
Mhm.
the wild area and Let's Go and all sorts of stuff mixed in there.
I want to drop
I hope it
Poke Bombs.
continues.
I want to be in a glider like in Breath of the Wild, just dropping Pokeballs, like just bombing the fields, like
Johnny was catching Magikarps today for his shiny
yeah,
hunt, and it
yeah,
was
there's-
like shooting fish in a barrel because they were coming up to him like little
yeah.
koi
Well,
fish,
that's what's so
wanting to-
like so
he was like
they
bopping
react
him in the head.
differently. They react. Magikarps come up to you. Like there's Pokemon that run away from you. There's Pokemon that attack you. Like a lot of people say the game feels empty, and I don't get it. There's Pokemon everywhere. Like
Mhm.
you turn around and there's a new Pokemon.
And
I think
even-
draw distance is a problem, and that's why maybe it feels a little empty.
I think there's a reason why it's empty is because this is the start of Sinnoh. Like it
Yeah.
should feel empty. It's not going to have a lot of towns and houses that we go into like the regular Pokemon games. I think everything was really well thought out. I have a friend who's like a huge Pokemon fan, and he was just telling me that there are ancestors of each character in this game, and it's so obvious of like how well they were thought out to tell the story through the Pokemon lore.
well, and even the argument that it's empty, like I feel like there's very few times that I'm not on the run from getting spotted by something and then having to, I can either sit and fight, or like if I'm trying to just get to an objective, that I'm getting chased the whole time and having to dodge, Geodudes and whatever else. Like I don't know. Every other than just the long intro, but they had to. I mean, they laid a foundation, right? I get it. Like they laid
But
that
I
foundation.
said this about the intro, like I think on TikTok. I'm like, you play the tutorial once, and you're never gonna think about it again. So you get through that first hour,
Yep.
never gonna think about it again.
Right.
So
It's true, but I think for me, it was again like those cutscenes that we saw in Sword and Shield that were a little concerning, and then it almost felt like a tease because they would put you into the wild, and then they would be like, "All right, it's time to come back," and you're like, "Is this how the game is? Like you're only going to be out there for a little bit, and then they're going to pull you in?" But luckily, that is not at all how the game is. You get to explore. And one of my favorite parts of it is I'm a really story-driven type of person. So when I get a game, I just want to plow through and learn more about the story. But in this game, they're like, hey, we can move on to the next area, but you do have to rank up first. So why don't you just go explore and see what you can find? And for me, that was great because I don't normally do that. So I did get to learn more about the areas and what I may find and come across. It's this game is so good, and it's hard to imagine going back to a mainline. Well, this is a mainline, but going back to like their past formula, which I think we may see, because the only thing
Yeah,
that
this is
this
late.
is missing is online battles, or just like trainer battles in general. Like they do have them,
That
and
can be
it's not
patched
like,
in, I'm sure.
yeah,
I
like
like
it's not you're
I like the
walking every 5
explanation.
steps.
I do kind of like that there aren't trainer battles, because the
Yeah.
whole point is you're trying to learn about Pokemon, and not that many people know about them,
Mhm.
and especially not enough to know to battle them. That
And the
you know,
people you
that they're
fight,
gonna
they don't
battle.
even keep them in Pokeballs. So at least so
Yeah,
far.
and some of the I think it's the hardest Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some of the later battles can be a little bit difficult if you
Health
don't have the
diminishes
right.
really quick in this game. Like I don't know
Most
how much
most of,
I don't know how much the rock paper scissors matrix is into play, because there's or it's more into play, and there's
Mm-hmm.
level disparities that you don't tank stuff like you do in
yeah,
traditional
yeah.
games.
If a move is super effective, it's probably gonna one shot, unless the levels are way off. I was pretty under leveled by the end. Like I was probably like 10 levels under what I was facing, but I was still one shotting because I had super effective moves.
Yeah. I still get kind of confused by the strong and agile styles. I think they're really cool, but sometimes your opponent may have an extra move that you were like, it just doesn't seem like they should
Yeah.
have.
I
Even when
haven't
you
seen
throw out a Pokemon, they somehow have a move that they
Yeah.
can
I
use
haven't seen the
already against you.
benefit of agile style yet. I've seen the benefit of strong style, because you can usually get extra HP knocked off with it, but I
Do
haven't
you
seen a
have
benefit to
the
agile
order?
really.
Do you have the order pulled up on the side where you
I don't
can
know if
see
I don't know if I have that pulled up.
so you can see the order. So sometimes it doesn't affect it at all, because it has if it's agile, it might give you 2 moves back to back. Strong style will make them be able to do moves back to back. So there is some things in play, but I honestly I didn't use them that much unless I knew it would one shot, because I didn't want because then I would get one shot. So it was
Yeah.
the battle system is a little tricky to get used to.
In Pokemon games, I've never used like unless it's like the final battle. I've never like used revives or potions that much. And in this game, I probably need to change my mindset on that, because I can craft them, and I have enough of the stuff just sitting around. I need just to use it. I usually just travel back and rest or do whatever. And I probably need to adjust how I play. But I feel like you have experience share, which is nice, but like I'm trying to use a certain Pokemon or whatever to level them up, and you just need to. I guess you need to think about it a little bit more. I'm just kind of trying to bull rush through it, I guess, and that's
Yeah,
part of
I
the
think you're
problem.
early right now, and
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
and you got
I
the game yesterday, or you got the game on Monday, right?
yeah.
So I
Mhm.
mean, of course you got some FOMO going on because you missed it out. You missed out all weekend, and like,
Yeah, I pretty much no lifed it over the weekend. Like I rolled the credits on Monday, I think, or Monday or Tuesday. And I could have rolled them on Sunday, but I just didn't play them much. And now, like you can do whatever you want. Like now, I want to fill out my Pokedex, but I also want a shiny hunt. So, like it's pretty much do whatever you want to do. It's
I mean, it really opens up to once you are getting more traversal Pokemon. I won't say like how or like,
Yeah, I mean,
but
I have the
nice.
mounted
I mean they
Pokemon.
they
it's
showed
so
all of, I
cool.
think they showed all of them
Yeah, there's a
in the
glider.
trailers.
I saw Johnny doing something. Do you get like a
Oh, maybe
climb the
there's
rocks
something that helps you
something?
climb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there
but
you
yeah,
go.
I mean, I've seen videos where people are like trying to roll up a hill, but they can't
Mm-hmm.
because
Uh,
there's barriers, but I don't want to get into spoilers. I think you should just try to experience it for yourself.
Let's plan. Well, maybe next week, or the week after, possibly. I don't know. Let's plan on doing like a big spoiler cast though, where we just talk just strictly Arceus the whole time, and maybe we'll even bring on a few other guests. Maybe some other like Pokemon pros or something. We can get a nice little roundtable going where we're just talking, just strictly talking this game.
It's sitting at it was sitting at an 86 on Metacritic, so I think it's being pretty well received.
Yeah,
except for IGN, they kind of ripped it apart.
Yeah,
didn't she give it a 7?
She gave it a 7.
They also gave like some of their reviews recently have been just, I don't know, they seem a little bit off from
84 on Metacritic right now.
So, but yeah, so far, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm honestly excited to, like, after we've talked now, I'm like, okay, I gotta make a little bit of progress tonight. Like, I'm looking forward to jumping back in.
I have 12 shinies now.
Oh, that was going to be my question.
I got one last night.
Do you feel that it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that shinies seem like you come across them far more regularly than we did in any other game, right? Like the percentages.
So I think, the odds, I don't think have changed for like normal shinies. They're still like 1 in 4,000 or something, but you're having these Pokemon spawn like all over the place. So I think it just feels like you have better odds.
You have more control over it too, because you can see it. It's kind of like the Let's Go thing where they appeared in the overworld, and I think that helps with the perception of RNG, because you can visualize what you have to go get.
And what I was doing tonight was called the outbreak method. And I think the chances are like 1 in 158 or something. So it's a very high chance of getting a shiny. So I got 12. I got 3 tonight.
That to me just seems more appealing to shiny hunt versus like the riding your bike and hoping to hatch one, or whatever. Like I'm just like,
I did a race tonight with Valdo that's in the chat, and we both got 3 shinies.
Yeah, because shiny hunt streams on traditional Pokemon is boring AF to watch.
If you want to, you brought up Let's Go. Let's Go is the worst shiny hunt to watch because you catch 30 and then you just stand there. You don't move.
But you can see
wait for them to spawn. You wait for them to spawn. That's all you do. You catch 30 and then they all spawn around you.
But you get excited when you see it. Like that's
better. No, it's exciting, but it could take hours and hours
than
and hours.
Riding around hoping for it.
I honestly, I could be wrong, but I think the only shiny I've ever caught was the Skull Dinosaur. He was a little green guy that I thought had the flu. I was like, why is this guy sick?
You could get a guaranteed shiny in this one. There's a side quest.
Oh, it'll be so. I think it'll be my second one. I don't remember for sure. I may have caught one in Sword, but I want to say no. And as we're talking, Carpet is like, yo, I've got 7. What does it say here? I have 7. Got a full odds to spawn during this podcast.
I want to know how the noodle bowl is going, or
8.
rice bowl is going. How's that? 8. Who has the rice bowl? Is it? Are you firmly? Is your face firmly planted in the rice bowl right now?
Probably. Well, hey, that's gonna do it for this episode of NPC. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us for this extra long one. Anybody that's here live, thank you so much. If you're just listening to the audio or watching on YouTube after the fact, we appreciate you. Of course, jump into the Discord. And Carpet says I've given you a shiny. Okay, I do remember that now that he said
you've only caught one.
But I think I've only caught the one. So there we go. So appreciate you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.